Hello, welcome back to NAMM 2020 here at the Yamaha booth. This is Blake with Yamaha, and I'm here today joined by my good friend here. You are my good friend.
Jonas. Yes.
Jonas Gröning from Stockholm, Sweden. So Jonas is a great session player who works a lot in Stockholm around. I know you do that, and you also are a musical director. But let's kind of talk about your. And you also, if you have seen some of the videos that we've done on the demonstration stuff. Jonas did the sound, which was great, by the way, in a beautiful studio. Where was that? Is that a recording studio that you recorded the all talking no playing?
Yes, it's a rehearsal sort of recording studio.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, with a nice look in there. It's very chill, but it's such a great. It really, you really did a great job, just playing different styles of music that really show. I think effectively show the instrument. It's awesome.
Thank you.
And it's just good playing. You just nail things. You know, he's one of these guys that session guys that play exactly the right thing at exactly the right time. That's what I always think of you when I play. I've known a couple of guys that go back a long ways. There's a guy that lived where I live in Washington that played in Bread, you know, the band from the 70s. Yeah. And he played, anyway, he was one of those guys, too, that when he went into the studio, he would just play exactly the right thing. And that's exactly how you play. You're just killing. Thank you. So let's talk about, did you start on piano then as a kid?
Yeah, when I was, I think, 4.
Yeah?
I started playing piano.
Started playing piano?
With both fingers, too. Because it was so...
Just simple?
Bad piano.
Yeah.
And then I started playing organ.
How old were you when you started playing organ?
Maybe 10.
10, really?
Yep.
So you've been playing organ a while. Did you play electones then? I know you did the electone kind of combo organ with the background
stuff. My first was a Yamaha Portasound in PS30, I think.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And then
with the little keys?
No, the big one.
It was the big one?
Yeah. And then we bought I think it was a 405 electone organ.
Yeah. So how about synthesizers? When did you kind of get into synthesizers?
I think that was around 86.
Okay.
I bought the Uno 2, I think was my first. Yeah.
So now we kind of move forward, and you do a lot of, you do session work around Stockholm and other places. I mean, you kind of...
I can do it at home and send them. And yeah, mostly.
So you were a musical director now for the shows Let's Dance, right?
Yeah.
And I believe it was before Dancing with the Stars in the U.S. In fact, I have the sense that it was kind of what was the influencer for the show that is huge in the U.S. now. I know it's huge in Sweden. It's one of the top shows.
Yeah,
you've been doing that for 12 years?
8 years, I think.
8 years?
Yeah.
Man. So, a show like that, because you have, different dancers that come on, you have to really do a lot of different styles of music.
Yeah.
So what kind of music is on? I mean, it's primarily, like, dance music would be...
Yeah, it's primarily cha-cha, rumba, and slow fox, and that kind of ballroom dances.
Yeah, so not like death metal? No.
Not much.
Or trance?
Nope.
Darn. So, with the band is how many people are in the band?
We are 12.
12?
Yeah.
So 2 keyboard players, I know that.
2 keyboard players, 2 singers, 4-piece horns,
guitar,
bass, drums, and percussion.
Do you do all the horn arrangements as well on there then?
I do.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's so 8 years you've been doing that. It's pretty regular work.
Yeah, it is.
That's awesome. So what do you play on the show? You play the montage?
I have a montage 8.
Montage 8?
Yeah.
What kind of... What are some of your go-to things that you like on the montage that you play? Like what piano, for example?
I think I use the CFX most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find the CFX is probably best, especially when you're playing with a band.
Yeah.
It has that strong fundamental and it sits well in the mix. Yeah. And do you use the Bossa much on...
No.
Yeah, I find I like playing the Bossa Nova. I mean, but to me, it's a great solo thing.
Yeah.
Or maybe more intimate kind of things. Because I do use it, but I do find if I'm playing with a band, the CFX tends to work a little better, you know?
Yeah, and I use the C7 from K-Sounds, Epic Grand.
Oh, yeah, I know that one. So, yeah, the C7, is that because it cuts a little bit more?
And it's a little more different character than the CFX.
Do you use the Montage ever as an audio interface to do things like that, or do you use a separate audio interface?
I use it from my computer if I have some soft synths.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So here's the YC.
Yep.
So you've spent some time with it, I know.
I have.
It.
Yeah.
So what do you what are some of the things that you like about this instrument? Like you see as kind of,
It's very it's very fast to make some useful sounds.
Yeah.
And I like the effects, very good sounding, and it's easy to have a great layout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find, I always say this about it, it's very wide.
Yep.
But it's not super deep.
No.
And when you're on a gig, obviously the last thing you want to do is think about going into menus or doing any editing.
Yeah.
And, hopefully you get all that kind of taken care of before the gig, but there are times when you're going to need to
when you have
do
to
something.
Adjust.
One of the things I like about it on here is just things like in the delay lines in here is the tempo delay.
Yeah.
That I love being able just to do this.
Tap tempo, yeah.
That's so important to me when you're playing with other musicians.
And the filter knob and the envelope.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah,
so you don't have to think about cutoff frequency and resonance or everything. They're just quick things. And I like that because, again, the last place you want to be is the between the left and right brain.
Yeah.
It's a problem for me, actually, where if I'm trying to do a demo and I'm talking and I'm right brain or left braining, right, everything, and then, now it's time to play. I have to take a moment and kind of to get here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you suffer the same problems I do. I can't, when they go across the corpus callosum. Okay. That's the separation between the left and right brains.
Yeah.
And some people do that better than I do.
Okay.
I don't know. You seem like the kind of guy that can do both pretty well.
I can do a lot of stuff at the same time, I think, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
go ahead.
Yeah, I used to play foot bass foot bass for the organs, and so my brain is split into three.
Oh, I guess kicking pedals it sort of does help you to do
a lot of stuff at the same. Yeah.
Whatever it is that you do.
Yeah.
So outside of Let's Dance, do you have any projects that you work on right now? Or?
I'm also gonna do shows with a Swedish band for the next whole year. And
oh, really?
Yeah.
What kind of music is that?
It's pop music.
Pop with a full band horn section and everything?
No, not this time. We are using actually 2 silent cellos.
Oh.
Yep. 2 cello girls and a rock band, sort of.
Oh, wow.
And then the singers are playing much guitars.
Do you do any of the arrangements for that, or is it the?
It's one of the singers.
2 silent cellos, huh?
Yep.
Oh, I'll bet that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like just pop, sort of alternative-y, or pretty
mainstream pop with a little more. What do you say? Not so simple.
Yeah.
Pop.
Wow. What's the name of the band?
Gigas.
Is it just? Are you recording with it, or just doing live?
Just live stuff. Yeah.
I gotta see it.
Yeah.
I hope that you do some recording with it. It sounds really interesting. Wow. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, I guess the next thing you're going to do is do a set here.
Yep.
And play a little bit.
Yep.
So, man, it's been awesome having you guys here, you and Stefan both.
Thank you. It's awesome being here.
I'm and working in this loud environment, you're doing a great job because it's hard to do. I know. But anyway, well, thank you so much, Jonas.
Thank you.
And look forward to checking out Jonas's jam session coming up next. Once again, this is Blake, Jonas Gröning here from NAMM 2020. Keep watching. Check out Jonas coming up next. Thanks.
Thanks.